Hi, okay, wonderful people. A couple of friends and I were hiking the other day, and they are interested in backpacking. So I told them I would make a video on how to pack your big pack to go backpacking. Now, I want to go over a couple of things. I had the previous video was just dedicated to your food. So in this one, you're not going to see what I packed for food. You're just going to see it all in the bear bin, and the bear bin's going inside my pack. The second thing I want to make really clear is I'm just a private citizen who likes to backpack. I'm currently living in Alaska, and I am packing for Alaska. You're going to obviously have different needs if you're in the desert or wherever. I don't get paid for any of this. I'm just, a normal everyday citizen. I don't get sponsored by any of this. I don't endorse one product versus another product. I'm just going to tell you what I particularly use. I'm also going to tell you what I don't like about some of the gear, or what I do like about it. So this video will probably be a little bit longer, and I apologize. I did separate it. This is video number 2. In video number 1, we do go over the food. And what you need to think in your head is, okay, how many nights am I going? Always do everything on paper first. Write out every step of the way. So I did a list. I always do my gear, and then my clothing, and then my food. So I will go over everything. I'm also going to explain to you, when I pack my backpack, I pack it strategically for a very certain reason. Now, there's thousands of articles on this. You can go to REI, look at their website. You can go to Backpacker Magazine. I don't care about those. I'm just going to show you what works for me. My number one thing, especially here in Alaska, I'm always thinking about, okay, what do I do if it rains? So when I pack specifically with, oh my God, it's starting to rain, hurry up before it downpours. So in my mind, everything is about mitigating things getting soaking wet. I hate getting wet. Like, I hate it. I hate being out there and then you're soaked and everything's soaked, your food, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so first thing, let's go over the pack that I'm using. So I am using an Osprey. Now this is an old pack. It's from 2001. It's a heavy pack. By itself, it weighs close to 4 pounds. That's a lot of weight, okay? I have the Osprey Ariel 65, so that means I could pack quite a bit in this. I could go for a week in this. The other thing is, I'm a female, I'm small, I'm about 5'2". Right now I weigh about 134, probably 136 on a bad day. This pack was actually made for a man, but it works fine. One of the things that I don't like about it is where the water bag is. So I already have the water inside the pack. So mine goes inside. The reason why I don't like this is because all of your gear pushes up on it, and if you don't have a cap on your water piece, it will push the water out of your water piece. And I found that out the hard way. The other day it started raining. I hurried up to set up my tent, and I threw my bag in there, and all of the water came pouring out of this piece, and I had a hydration tab in, and it was inside the tent, so I had like sticky Kool-Aid inside my tent. It was not a fun time. At any rate, this is how my water is set up. So there's a hole here and it comes out. So you put your water in. Now it's already heavy, right? Because this is a 2-liter water bag. So the pack itself, you're now up to close to like 6 pounds. That's a lot of weight. Ideally, you want your pack to be about 1/3 of your body weight. Okay, so my pack is empty. We're just gonna go. I'm sorry. This is just gonna be a long video. It is what it is. Okay. The first thing that goes in, this is my sleeping bag. I put my sleeping bag, this is a dry bag. You don't want your sleeping bag getting wet, trust me. This is a waterproof bag, and it's a compression bag. So what it does is it keeps your sleeping bag dry, but it also compresses it so that it's not taking so much room in your bag. It doesn't matter what I'm using for a sleeping bag. It's my sleeping bag. I like it. I'm not going to tell you what I'm using because, like I said, I don't get paid. I'm not going to endorse any product. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Okay. So the sleeping bag goes in on the bottom. And then I have it so that I have about an arm's length, or an arm's width, excuse me, of room. And I do that because what I pack next is my sleeping pad. Now my sleeping pad, this is not a waterproof bag. This is just the bag that it comes in, okay? So I have my sleeping bag and my sleeping pad go down on the bottom all the way. And it is a little tight, but what's nice is that you can shim it down there and really stick it down there. Okay? And then, like I said in my last video, I already went over the food. So what I'm gonna pack next is the bear bin. And you know what I just realized? I apologize. You guys can't really see. Let me move this so you can see the pack here. Oh, well, that's bad. Oh, this is gonna be quite the entertaining video, huh? Okay. I don't know if that's any better. Let's move you guys way down. I'm sorry about that. You can tell I don't do this for a living. Okay, so I've got my sleeping bag on the bottom and my sleeping pad, and that's nice and snug. Now I do the bear bin, okay? So this big bad boy, we already discussed this, it's already got the food, and it's got my propane. And this goes next. And I do that strategically because it sits on top of the sleeping bag. Okay, so now we're not too bad for weight, but it's getting up there. I also try to recommend that you keep all your straps loose. Let me back up a little bit so you guys can see. So I keep everything nice and loose, okay? And then what comes next is, personally, I put one on each side, inside of the bear, on either side of the bear bin. And I do that so that it stabilizes everything. So this is my Jetboil. It goes on this side. It doesn't matter left or right. I'm just letting you know that I put them on either side of the bear bin. Now sometimes, this is my water filter. I will be drinking water out of my water bag, which is right here. Sometimes I will keep it on the side if I think I'm in a position where I'm gonna have to keep filling this up. But for the first day, you will have enough water. So this now goes on the side. And then I have only two more things really need to go in here. So this is my little toiletries kit, and I've got my first aid kit. Inside my toiletries kit, I have a little toothbrush, a little toothpaste, a little thing of biodegradable soap, Q-tips, believe it or not, because if you get something stuck in your ear, the last thing, it's gonna drive you crazy. When you're in your tent and you're trying to sleep and you feel like something's in your ear, you need Q-tips. I also pack floss, and in my safety kit, listen, I don't like people to begin with, okay? So if I'm out in the woods and something drastic happens, you're on your own, because I'll probably puke if I see your blood or if half of your leg is hanging off. I'm not going to be of any good to you. I'm going to be calling on like one of the InReaches or on, whatever. So in my little first aid kit, I literally have like a tampon, some aspirin, and a couple of Band-Aids. I'm not bringing something to sew you back up with or to wrap you up. If you're that incapacitated, I don't know what to tell you. You better have a Garmin or an InReach or something, because I'm not a medical professional and I have no desire to become a medical professional. So that's my word about safety. You carry whatever you want in your own first aid kit. I'll carry whatever I want in my own first aid kit, and you just keep your fingers crossed and hope for the best. So that goes in. And I just shove this in wherever I can get it. I have a camp towel. It's my one luxury item. It weighs next to nothing, but I love it because I take a bath in the stream with my biodegradable soap, or I just get in with no soap or anything. And this thing's great because you can wrap it around yourself like a sarong. and it dries super, super fast. And let me tell you, when I spilled all that water in my tent 2 weekends ago, I was glad I had a towel because I needed something to sop up all the water. The towel, it's squishy, so you can shove the towel anywhere. Okay, so now, at this point, I have my bear bin, my sleeping bag, my crash pad, my Jetboil, and my water filtration system. The last thing that I put in, this is what's going inside the bag. This is my clothing. There's almost next to nothing in here. I have a pair of pajama bottoms, a pair of, a top to sleep in, one extra pair of socks, and that's it. Oh, and I apologize, that's not it. And my down jacket. I always take my down jacket. I don't care if it's August, which it is. I freeze at night. Like, I get really, really cold. You are going to want your down jacket inside your sleeping bag with you, because when you wake up in the middle of the night and you have to pee, when you get out of your bag, if you're a small person like me, you lose body heat very quickly. I throw my down jacket on immediately. I pop out of the tent, pee, do what I have to do, get back in the tent. Because if you lose too much body heat, especially after a day of backpacking and you've been sweating, you're doomed and it's gonna be miserable. The point of getting out and into nature and backpacking is to enjoy it. And if you get out there and you're so dang miserable, well, you're never gonna wanna go again. And what the hell fun is that? That's not fun. That's not fun at all. So always, always, always take your down jacket. This is a dry bag. You don't want your clothing getting wet. So my clothes go up on the top. And if I feel like there's too much air in here, you can undo it, open it up, squeeze more air, but this is just for the video, so whatever, it's good. And then last but not least, inside here, I will throw my one sweatshirt, and this isn't really sweatshirt material. This is that very, very lightweight, stinky, wicking away, but it's got a hood. I like having a hoodie. If you stop and you're gonna eat lunch, or you decide you're done backpacking for the day, you can quickly take it out, throw it on, and you don't lose body heat. The other thing that's nice, you're always gonna want a hood. The mosquitoes will pick you up and they will carry you away. I find having a hood, it helps, and especially with a baseball cap, you can wear a bug net, throw your hood on, it keeps the bugs off your face, it keeps them from buzzing in your ears, and you will just have a much more pleasant time. Some people don't want a hood, it's personal preference. And I just keep it here on the top so that I can grab it quickly, okay? So you put this in. Now I already told you what I don't like about this bag. I don't like where the water bladder itself sits. You don't have to use a water bladder. I have these big, deep pockets on the side. If I want to, I can put, you know, a 1 liter bottle on each side. On mine, I put my bug spray on one side. I wear my bear spray. I didn't show it to you because it's down in the car, but my bear spray will go on my hip belt so I can grab it quickly. You don't want your bear spray packed. You need your bear spray accessible. Or you put it in the back and you have your partner grab it and you grab his or hers or whatever. For me, you know, Jonathan and I we will talk about it, and I'll say, hey, John, grab my bear spray or whatever, or Molly or whoever the hell I'm with. Okay, so that's the pack itself. I will tell you at weight-wise right now, I am probably at 28 pounds. Here's what's gonna start adding the weight. And again, I pack mine for rain. So, I keep on the outside, I keep my rain pants and my rain jacket, and my rain pants, I fold them up and I shove them in this, let me see if you guys can see it. There's a pocket here. See this big pocket? I shove the pants in there. So I put my pants in there, and then my rain jacket will, now I have this, right? So I just secure that. This one goes across. So what I do is I take my raincoat and I loop this one across, and I basically just hang it. Excuse me. And I have these cross straps. So my raincoat, again, I told you I pack for rain. So I keep my rain gear on the outside, and then I just fold it over. So it's folded. So I hike like that with my pack on. Now, people are wondering, where does my tent go? I will show you. I keep my tent on the outside. My tent will go on the bottom of my bag. My bag is designed so that I can carry snowshoes or a tent. And let's see if I can, okay. So my tent will go on the outside. And I will tell you why I do this in a second. My backpacking tent, I am using the little Nemo Hornet. And it is a 2-person tent. And you cinch that inside. This is my tent poles, my tent itself, the fly, and the stakes, okay? Very important piece. I'm gonna go over in a second. Hang on. Okay. I told you this was gonna be a long video, and I apologize, but just, it is what it is. Okay, this is probably one of the most important pieces. This is my rain cover for the pack. I keep this on the side pocket. The reason why I told you guys I'm always thinking about rain. If it starts to rain, you're gonna wanna pop this out. Now this literally goes over, I'm not gonna undo it because I'm leaving tomorrow to go actually camp. Basically, it looks like a giant plastic garbage bag, and it fits over your backpack, okay? So I keep this in the side pocket. That way, if it starts to rain, I can grab it and I can throw it over. It also fits over my tent. So when I put mine on, it goes over the whole entire bag, and it goes over the tent, and it keeps everything nice and dry. And I don't put my raincoat on unless I really, really have to, because I sweat like crazy in that thing. Now in my top, this is the top of the backpack. I keep my snacks that I'm gonna eat for the day. I put my wallet in a waterproof, so I've got my driver's license, my credit card, cash. This goes in here. I keep I usually keep a snot rag in my pocket because my nose runs. When I do my inhaler, forget it. It's all bets are off. I keep a pair of gloves, a hat, and a neck buff. It's Alaska. It gets really cold at night. I sleep in a winter hat so I don't lose the heat. I also have learned the hard way, keep a pair of like gardening gloves or something. It helps keep your hands warm. It helps keep them from getting eaten away by mosquitoes. And if you have to go down any rock scree or some crazy scrambling, throw the gloves on and you're not cutting your hands up. It goes in here for easy access. I need an inhaler, so my inhaler goes in there. And then all of my snacks that you and I went over, we went over snacks earlier. I'm not gonna go over snacks again. Snacks go in here. And then personally, I keep one safety knife in case I need to stab someone or, you know, cut a ham sandwich. So, and that fits up here on the top. And I just secure it. My safety knife fits right there. This gets secured to the top. What I like about this one is if I need to, I can take off just this top piece. Like let's say I'm gonna go backpacking, I'm gonna set up camp somewhere. I can take this with me as a day pack. Okay, and then it has straps on the front and this cinches down nice and tight. And then once you have everything packed up, you're gonna wanna go and you're gonna wanna cinch everything, make sure everything is nice and tight, and then you put it on your back. So now I'm at full pack weight. I am probably at 32 pounds. And I say that because that's what I was at last time when I had the exact same amount of gear, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Oh, the other reason why I forgot, I apologize. The reason why I put the tent on the outside, I would talk to you about that earlier. I said I personally pack my tent on the outside, and the reason why I do that is because if it starts to rain and you are where you're gonna set up camp, you can very quickly undo the rain cover, take the tent out. you have to practice with your gear. If you've never gone backpacking and you just bought a tent, you need to set your tent up in your living room and just make sure you know how to work it. I have mine down to a science. I can set my tent up in less than 2 minutes. That's important. If it's raining, set your tent up. Boom, take it off, set it up. Once the tent is up, you can put the backpack inside the tent and then run around and stake it all. But once the backpack's inside your tent and you have the fly on, everything stays nice and dry. So in my head, I'm always thinking, if it starts to rain, what is my game plan? I have my rain jacket ready to go, I have my rain pants ready to go, and I have my tent ready to go. And sometimes the sky, it will open up. And you can ask Molly, because every time we've gone, it has hailed on us. So all right, so happy trails, everyone, and I hope you like this video. Bye-bye, be safe.